pretty serious, but happened to me in a pretty comical fashion. How I did everything wrong when I had my first heart attack, and what caused it, and what I have been teaching children in a program called Awana Clubs for 15 years. I do it on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, and I give up a good portion of my Saturdays during the year to attend conferences, and I bring Bible stories to life, and I put everything I have of myself into these Bible stories. 7 years ago, I wanted to buy a house in the area that we currently live in because my daughters used to go to school here in a small school. Life was good. I bought the house. We moved in September. I won a conference. It's October 14th. It's snowing a little bit outside, so I take my motorcycle with the sidecar. I figure, you know, a little bit of snow. It's going to be fun, you know. It's going to be a great day. Yeah, we'll have some fun. So I drove to the church, right? And I attend the conference, no problem. We have for lunch sub sandwiches, like, you know, Mr. And I like hot peppers on my subs because I like spicy stuff. So I figure, you know, I have a couple subs for lunch and everything's okay. At about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm sitting in the pew at church. And the missionary, of course, is at the front giving his spiel. And then he comes out and he says the part about, you know, how none of this runs without being good stewards of what God has given us, and we need to contribute to help the ministry grow. So, of course, it's time to pull out your wallets and write the check, or put my hand in my pocket and realize, oh my God, I don't have my wallet. What am I going to do? I drove here on my motorcycle. It's snowing outside. I don't even have my wallet with my driver's license, my registration, everything else, let alone... I start panicking and my stomach starts hurting, and I'm saying, oh, I shouldn't have had that third sub for lunch because now I'm really paying the price. My stomach is really hurting and I'm feeling sick up in my throat, and I've got that saliva thing going on inside, right? And then all of a sudden, it was like someone took my right arm and just ripped it off. Pulled it right out of its socket. Just pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled. And I could feel the tearing, searing pain that was happening as if someone was just pulling it right out of its socket. It hurt so bad. And I'm sitting there in the pew and I can't understand what is happening. Everybody's looking at me and saying, you don't look well. And of course I started profusely sweating and I'm turning red. And I said, well, you know, I'm having a reaction. Those subs are getting to me. I don't have my stomach medicine here. I think I'm going to have to leave about an hour early. So I go outside and I hop onto my motorcycle. And of course it's snowing like crazy outside, you know. So it's like -5, wet and snowing. So I hop onto my bike. Now I'm clutching and I'm driving down the road, you know, and I can barely use my bike at all. And of course this is my front brake and my throttle and all that stuff. And I'm driving home on the motorcycle. I get home, I put the bike in the garage, you know, I walk into the house and I'm thinking, you know what, this has got to be gas from those darn subs. I'm going to start doing jumping jacks. You know, there I am. I'm doing jumping jacks. I'm going to pass that gas. It's going to go right through my body. It's going to come out. It's going to work, you know. I'm jumping out. Come on, go, go, go. And it's just not working. It's just making things worse. I'm getting hotter. I'm getting sweatier. I'm feeling this tightness in my chest. And my arm is really, really starting to hurt. And I'm thinking, well, you know, I got the kids at the babysitters. They're all the way across town. I've got to get home before 5 o'clock. So what do? Like a total idiot, I run out of the house, I hop into my truck, and I drive 40 kilometers across town in heavy traffic to go pick up my 2 kids. Meanwhile, I'm getting weaker and worse, and I feel like I'm going to throw up any minute. and I've got this crushing sensation, and I can't think, you know, it can't be a heart attack. It's got to be something to do with either the stomach medication that I was on. I get to the person's house that's taking care of my kids, and I knock on the door, and I look at him, and all of a sudden I'm going down, and I think you better phone an ambulance, and I'm gone. So of course, what's happened is that I suffered a heart attack. And I suffered a heart attack because I have a disease called arteriosclerosis. I don't know why you can never say a medical term. And it's a hardening of the arteries caused by plaque deposits. My liver was damaged when I was very young from my life on the streets. And it produces too much cholesterol, and that cholesterol attaches itself to the arterial walls. I have a situation where it is attaching itself to the arterial walls throughout my body. It is in my heart, it is in my legs, it is in my arms, it is in my brain. It is just about everywhere, and I am suffering the effects of this disease, which unfortunately is spreading. When I had the heart attack, I was in the hospital. They immediately put me into a special surgical room. Since then, I've had 4 heart attacks. I've had 5 stents installed in my heart. Now they're concerned about the amount of cholesterol that's building up in my neck and the amount of cholesterol that's building up in my legs. But here's the funny thing, you know, they prescribe you all these medications to slow down your heart rate, to slow down your metabolism, and you know what happens? You gain weight because you just keep eating the same as you had before, but now you're not as active because you're always tired, because all these medications are telling your body, shut down, slow down, quit jumping around, because we don't want that to happen, because the heart's going to go. So what do? If you feel any chest pain or pain in your arm or shortness of breath or sick to your stomach or pressure, and any of these together with any other one, then you should seek medical help. You know what? I don't care if I have to spend $50 to see a doctor because I'm feeling really bad. Because if you don't, you might just end up dead. I mean, 25% of people who have a heart attack don't survive the first one. You have 4 minutes from the time that the heart stops because of muscle damage to the time that you're dead. And you have 12 hours from the onset of the heart attack, from when the blood stops flowing to when the heart will be dead completely. So take it from me, if you go through any of this, don't run home and start doing jumping jacks. Go to the bloody hospital. See a physician. Get help.